Oh, what's up? Saturn here. I'm sure you can read the titles, you know what the video is about. My new little autistic hyperfixation. But I got really into the idea of like seamless transitions between songs. I was really fucking thinking about that a lot and studying. I just wanted to go through what the fuck I've learned. I got some examples here from my from a project, Messy, a project coming out July 4th of July, baby. I found some techniques and some ways to do things. So it'll be whatever fucking number of tips. Without further ado, how to make seamless transitions in your albums like The Weeknd. So overall texture has a lot to do with it, but it's mostly about like figuring out ways to sort of anamorph the textures of one song into the textures of another. So if they're similar, it's gonna help. My first example, I'll call it a texture transition. And I wanted to use these watery textures to transition from our first song into our second song. And how I did that, I got my mix here. So this is my little master session. So I got my mix here, and it's you can hear. So we want to anamorph into this. It's also kind of got that watery vibe. So I was like, okay, let me use that watery texture to help transition from one song into another. I added this, and another little tip here is the speed up and slow down sounds a little bit watery. So I use that to just add to go out of the initial song, and a little bit of the mix of the next song in there. And with that, we have our transition. So this next one is what I'll call like an effects transition. So you can hear here, I have kind of this interesting reverby sound. We've got our master here. And then on this parallel track, I've got like a bunch of weird effects that kind of creates a sort of reverby thing. And then I also took the first bit of the next track, so that then that would super smoothly transition into the next track. So that's number 2. Number 2. Okay, so this next one, I'm not sure what to call it. I think I'll call it a single sound transition. So it's basically just using one sort of focal point to grab people's attention, so they're focusing on that, and then the tracks kind of change. They change, but you barely even notice in the background. So this is what I'm talking about. This is the example. Hear that? Boom. Nice little bait and switch. And here we've got in our master the end of the interlude. And then up here at the tempo, I've sped up the tempo. I've put in some extra little textures to help with the transition. Some watery stuff. little riser. But this, the main star here is boom. We got our tickly little riser there. And then you'll see if I go into the master for the next track, all I really did was, because I did all that prep work on the previous tracks that are ramping up, I could jump straight into this one because I knew I wanted this one to be a little bit more of a single. I took up more of the transition time on the interlude track, so you could just pop straight into it. But the main thing here is this downer. It's got a little extra delay, but it's a really similar texture to that original one. The effect is in the end. Prep work. Boom, it makes it seamless. Seamless, I fucking tell you. This one is a much more simple transition. It's basically letting the tail of the last track bleed into the next one. And that was close enough. The textures were close enough that worked. But these are just like 4 ways that I came up with to have those like seamless transitions between songs on your album. Because I know that's something that it's just that little extra touch, you know, that little extra bit of zhuzh that really like can take albums to the next fucking level, man. Alright, so thank you very much. Keep an eye out for Messy 4th of July, baby. Peace. Oh, yeah.